Alright guys, welcome back to another video from me, just another average stacker. And sadly, this is the mold from my first attempt at pouring my wife a Celtic knot pendant. As you can see, it's busted out. It was an absolute disaster of a pour attempt, and the silver got stuck and broke the mold. So had an extreme difficult time trying to pour into these small areas. As you can imagine, that would be very difficult. So we have changed courses a little bit, and we currently have the furnace heating up for round 2 of this at 283 degrees Celsius right now, set for 1100. And round 2, we've got a little bit of a different scenario where I've recut the mold, and I've created this pouring reservoir here. I've also cut it much deeper than the first time, so that I can pour into the reservoir and allow it to flow through the mold, hopefully, without overflowing. So once we get up to temperature, we're going to get this mold heated up. We're going to get the mold rather hot because it's a lot of area for it to try and fill. And we'll see what happens. I'm really excited about this time. I think that reservoir is going to help tremendously, but hey, I'm a beginner at this, so we'll see. So we'll be back in just a little while once the silver's heated up, and we'll get the mold heated up and see what happens. So we've been waiting for probably about 25 minutes to a half hour or so, and we're getting fairly close to temp. So hopefully we'll be able to get this thing rolling soon. Alright guys, we got up to temperature now, and I've been heating the mold for a little bit. I'm really going to try and get that super hot because I want the best possible chance of the silver to flow through this thing. I'm not feeling real confident after the first attempt this morning, so bear with me. I'm a little nervous because this one's kind of special for me, as I want to really have this turn out well for my wife. So let's see what we can do with this. Just as an FYI, the first time I did this with 2 ounces of silver in the furnace. I've got 4 in here now because of the extra reservoir and the extra depth that I've got on the mold. And I think that'll give me a little bit better control over the pour. So we'll see. Oh, so close. It filled a little bit more than what I was thinking. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get that melted down and see if I can redo this. But much better than the last time. Well, as you can see, my graphite mold broke again when trying to remove the silver. It was so close. If it had filled completely, I could have dug out the graphite and saved the piece, but sadly this mold is torched, so it's going to have to wait for another time. I'll have to shave down the top of the mold and recut this again on Monday and try it again. So anyhow, that's going to be it for today. We'll talk to you soon. Okay guys, after looking at this a little bit closer, I decided I think I can actually make this work. I'm going to dig out the graphite, and a little bit of change. It's not going to have the loop on the top any longer. I'm going to have to get rid of that and just use that top area as a spot for a loop. And I think that I can actually make this work. So I'm going to go to digging and see what I can come up with, and hopefully come back with a wonderful finished product. I've got a little bit of a void right in here, but I think I can live with that. So let's see what we can do with it. Okay, here's the beginnings of the finished product. We're going to make this work, guys. Somehow, some way, we're going to make this work for Mrs. JAAS. A lot more work to go. We'll get caught up later. Okay guys, we are back and we have new tools. This file just wasn't quite getting done everything that I needed to get done with this, so we got a couple new ones here, and we're going to break out this almost rasp and see what we can whittle down on this thing, see if we can get through to the other side. Break on through to the other side! Okay, so Mrs. Jazz just got home from work. Say hello.
Hello.
And we're going to do a little bit of a reveal of the project we've been working on today. And underneath of the scale and on top of the Jazz sticker lies a little bit of a surprise for Mrs. Jazz.
Okay.
So, why don't we take a look, see what we got.
Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh.
What do you got there?
That's so pretty, a little Celtic symbol. That's so pretty. Oh my goodness. That's so nice, honey. You've been working on this all day?
Since 8 o'clock this morning.
Look at that. That is just gorgeous.
And unfortunately, it got really thin right there in the center and it broke out.
I saw that. I was like, what happened to the center?
So I may redo it.
Uh-huh.
We'll see. I've got a lot more polishing still to do on it. But
well, you got to have the center. You got to have the eternity, the continuation of everything. Oh, that's so pretty.
So what do you think?
I love it. I
Cool?
love it.
Let's see the back.
Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, look how shiny that is.
See, and I don't even know which one I want to be the front, which one I want to be the back.
I know, I kind of like that. I mean, I like both sides.
It's like the back I'm going to shine up to a mirror finish, which I consider that the back right there.
Right.
But anyhow, I just know how much that means to you.
It does. It does. I do. It really does mean a lot to me. The symbol does mean a lot to me. That's really pretty. That is really pretty. I do want you to fix that, though.
I got to redo the whole thing, start all over.
No, I don't want you.
I do. That's what I would have to do.
I don't want you to have to do that.
I don't have a way that I'm aware of right now of being able to fill that in.
Oh, okay. Well, you can't have a broken eternity.
I know.
But I still love it. That is really nice. Oh my gosh. That's really cool.
So my first poured piece of artwork.
That's really neat. Yeah, that's a hard thing to have to polish. I mean, with all those grooves and everything.
It's a hard thing to have to pour
to
try and have the silver flow through all those channels.
Yeah.
Without it hardening up.
Oh, okay. Wow. Unless you made it a little bit bigger.
Which I could, but originally it was going to be a pendant.
Okay.
And I actually had a loop at the top of it.
Uh-huh.
And that part didn't fill in all the way.
Okay.
Kind of like what it did here.
Okay.
And I ended up just cutting it off.
Oh, okay.
So anyhow, first piece of jazz art.
Pretty cool. I think that's really just beautiful. That's really beautiful, honey. I even kind of like this side. I like the rough side too. That's really neat.
Alright guys, well this is Mr. and Mrs. Jazz coming to you from our kitchen.
Okay, I'm from the kitchen after I got off work.
And
my own little piece of silver that I have for my own.
And we're going to say good night.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good evening.